A stupid question, or possibly a stupid question. Probably the first stupid question of 2019.
You can.
Isn't all blockchain logchain? Because all blockchain is a ledger which records every single piece of transaction between the parties in which are transacting.
Not really. I mean, sort of. It depends how you define logs, right? But this one,
got you.
But this one specifically kind of links to pieces of software that do logging. This is the first episode back, so it's only fitting that we start it in true
Monday fashion.
Not another crypto podcast style, Monday fashion with Coin or Con.
And before we get into that, because I know you're all excited, let's not forget you are listening to Not Another Crypto Show with me, Jason Allen Scott, and your co-host, now trimmed, bearded less or more sort of shaped.
I've still got a beard, so I'm still blockbeard, but
you still blockbeard.
But yeah, so I'm Angus Maidment, yes.
Maidment.
Before you
blockchain hooligan.
Blockchain beer and the basics. Also, we're in White City Pod. We'd like to give a big thank you to White City Place for the opportunity. If this is your first time ever listening, you may be asking yourself, what is Coin or Con? Why should I care? And why is this such an exciting episode? So I'm going to allow Angus to explain the theory.
Whoa.
It's a very simple game, okay? I have gone to the trouble of sourcing some material here, okay? So there's two kind of blockchain projects that we're going to think about, okay? So one of them is real, genuine, right? This is stuff which is actually out there. And one of them I've just made up, right? It's complete
Balderdash.
nonsense. Balderdash. And so I'm gonna basically present these options to Jason, and he's going to have to guess which one is real and which one is a coin and which one is a con.
Gotcha.
So hence the name Coin or Con. That's the choice. Okay, so I've got two options here, right? I've got option one, and I've got option two.
Which one would you like first?
Which one would you like first?
I would like option two, please.
Okay, option two. Right, so.
For those that are listening, is my option one. Go for it.
Option two is log chain. Right?
Ooh, it's a lumbosexual thing.
Yes.
Log chain. I like it.
Who?
So the tagline on log chain is it's an end-to-end secure logging system.
Okay.
For consortium, regulatory, and cloud applications.
Ooh, it's a lot of C's.
Yeah, and there's a big diagram here, and it's got like basically logs being stored on blocks. And there's kind of like a server in the middle, which it's writing logs to blocks, and then outside it's kind of got these different use cases. So there's like a government building, there's like private cloud computers, and there's like kind of business buildings, right? So it's showing that you can use this for all sorts of applications.
Gotcha. So by the word log in this case, we're saying logging on, not like wood.
Like
sort
recording,
of.
like
Not really.
like a diary.
Oh
like,
no, not
it?
really.
So
Captain's log.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was
So
going
yeah,
with that.
like logs in computing and software and stuff. When you run servers and stuff like that, basically all software generates logs, and it's like what Michael says. It's like a diary, right?
For those that don't know, Michael is our producer, and that voice in the background.
So a log is like a diary for a computer, right? It basically catalogs all its activity.
Catalogs. I just got that.
Catalogs, yeah.
Okay, I'm with you.
But that I don't think that's where the word log comes from. Maybe it is actually. Anyway,
Actually, well, we should look into that.
we should look it up.
Check the show notes.
So it's like a diary for all the things that a computer does. So it's like if Jason logs onto the website, it'll have a log entry of that.
Gotcha.
If something goes wrong, then it'll have some logging maybe. So
and
it'll
that'll
be
all be on the blockchain according to log chain.
well, so log chain, is this idea that you have instead of writing a diary to like a server somewhere on some storage that you can write it to a blockchain.
Can I ask a stupid question, or possibly a stupid question? Probably the first stupid question of 2019.
You can.
Isn't all blockchain logchain? Because all blockchain is a ledger which records every single piece of transaction between the parties in which are transacting.
Not really. I mean, sort of. It depends how you define logs, right? But this one,
got you.
But this one specifically kind of links to pieces of software that do logging for computers already. So like blockchains that record transactions. I guess you could call it a log of transactions, but that's not really how we would use the term in computing up to this point, right? So logging is when computer software provides messages about activity and diagnostics and stuff if it goes wrong.
Okay.
And so this was this like project, this kind of like this blockchain business is spun out from like an academic paper, which is called Blockchain Assisted Log Storage, and it's by Andrzej Maransky and William Pourmajidi at Ryerson University in Toronto. And
We apologize if we've butchered your names, those Canadians out there
yes,
listening.
sorry to those two
What's that
at
about?
Ryerson if I've got them wrong.
Yes.
But the paper suggests a blockchain-based system for storing logging information from cloud and web services, and the prototype has since been developed into a full-stack solution to secure trust and integrity in logging systems in a variety of contexts. And then it's got like a list here. They say like cloud computing consortium applications, which is where groups of businesses or bodies want to work together, but they don't necessarily trust each other. So then, if you have 3 businesses that want to work together, they can use the blockchain-based logging solution so that they can all trust that the logs are kind of nobody's been changing the logs or whatever due to who's controlling them.
Okay.
And then also regulatory, bodies and stuff, so governments can require companies to kind of write their logs to some sort of blockchain, so then they can look at them and check they haven't been cheating or changing things or whatever. So, yeah, there's more here.
Is there a white paper?
There is a white paper, although these guys have already finished. I guess the white paper, is the academic paper, right?
Yeah,
So,
which explains the concept and the reason.
And so these guys as well are kind of starting this. They're not doing a fundraising like an ICO or an
Gotcha.
ITO or an STO or whatever we want to call it these days.
Yeah.
They're not doing a fundraising. They're just starting out as a business where you can like pay to use their software, which does this. And they have they've got this academic paper where they've described their kind of system. So
Got you. Their application.
yes. And, there's other tabs here, right? It says it's easy to use and it's secure with military-grade cryptography securing the blocks.
Wow.
And they've got some case studies and stuff. So
Any big users?
not at present.
Okay.
So because it's when projects get spun out of academia,
Yeah.
quite a lot of the time they're focused on. They're less business focused than obviously business projects, right?
Yeah,
So-
but no other academics have jumped on the bandwagon. There's no
Well,
MIT or any university.
Well, these guys are from Ryerson, right? So it's
Okay.
like supported by Ryerson, but it's like, it's not like there's no customers like, Google, Amazon,
Yeah.
KPMG,
Gotcha.
stuff like that, because it's still in a kind of embryonic state.
How long has it been running for?
Well, the paper, the white paper was on May 2018.
Okay, so fresh.
Yeah, and so they spun it out 3 or 4 months after that. So it's been going for about 6 months now.
Okay. Sounds legit so far. Let me hear option number 1, also known as option number 2.
Okay, so option 1.
Never to be confused with.
Never exactly.
Come in second place.
Yes.
It's called Facebucks.
FACEBUX.
BUCKX.
That so could be misconstrued, but yes.
Facebucks. All right?
Yes.
The tagline is decentralized, community-backed, autonomous, digital marketplace.
Wow.
Pithy.
Yeah, you got a dollar for every buzzword. You're halfway there.
Yeah, exactly. Facebucks token is a digital currency that will power our own decentralized marketplace.
I always thought, firstly, that it didn't make any sense that American money was bucks. I got why South African money was bucks, because we had actual spring bucks on our money. So many bucks makes bucks.
Right.
So it always made sense to me.
Well, look,
As
we'll
a
stick
side
that
note.
on the research pile for the next
Yeah,
episode.
well.
We're going to find out if logging comes from
Facebucks.
cataloging, and we're going to find out where
Yes.
bucks from
Expression comes
for
from.
American money comes from.
Yes,
Maybe
gotcha.
it's from South Africa. Who knows?
Would make
Right.
a lot of nonsense.
So it's a digital currency. Facebucks token is a digital currency that will power our own decentralized marketplace, right?
Yes.
So it's exchange ready, it's community backed, it's got peer-to-peer transactions, it's got active support, absolute autonomy, and it's built around accountability, right?
Okay. Pretty much everything crypto and blockchain is based on.
Exactly. And so they've got a roadmap. You can use their token with Trust Wallet. On the Meet the Team section, the project coordinator is called Adam Sobolou. So there's
these
a
names.
number of great people on the team, right? Their web developer is called Wolf Tijuana.
Wolf Tijuana.
Wolf Tijuana.
As in the place in Mexico.
Their marketing coordinator is called Rachel Sweat.
Oh my God. Awesome.
And then one of their main advisors, so their main advisor, like the first advisor who comes up in the advisor section, is called Blish Barson.
Blish Barson.
Blish Blish Barson.
This entire thing sounds like something you'd play when you're drunk.
Blish Barson.
Blish Blarson and Blaze Blocks.
Like a pissed up Guess Who.
Yeah, or a pissed up fuzzy duck. Ducky Fuzz.
Yeah.
For those who don't know, look up Fuzzy Duck, Ducky Fuzz, especially when drunk. Okay, so, and how long has this been going on for? Facebucks.
So, according to the roadmap, it has been going. The token launched in 2018. So it's been going since about Q2 of 2018. So what is that? April?
Yeah.
That's the start of Q2. So.
Okay. Any buy-ins?
What do you mean?
As in people who are currently using it? Is there testimonials, ambassadors, influencers?
There's no influencers apart from, Rachel Sweat, the marketing coordinator.
Oh yeah, Rachel. She sounds legit.
And the PR and social media lead is called Sean Kay.
Okay. Sean.
And so there's nothing here about like anyone who's using it or anything. There's a frequently asked questions section.
What is the number one frequently asked question?
How do I purchase Facebucks, or what is blockchain? So it's a digital ledger in which transactions are made in Bitcoin or another cryptocurrency are recorded chronologically and publicly. So there you go.
For those that want to find out more about blockchain and crypto, A, listen to the show, and B, make sure to get our book, Not Another Blockchain Basic Book.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, what is the sixth most asked question on the frequently asked question list?
What is the difference between a coin and a token? I mean, these are all pretty basic. These aren't really about...
Yeah, none of them are really about the company or why the company is different.
Well, so how about the Facebucks mission?
Yes, please.
The mission is to create our own uniquely curated marketplace by raising capital through our token, which will eventually break free from the Ethereum network and become its own independent coin and mainnet. We want to combine the likeliness of services of Etsy and Fiverr and facilitate the services to run within the blockchain ecosystem without needing a credit card or government-issued identification to start using our services. All you will need to participate in the Facebucks marketplace is your own Facebucks wallet ID. Please note the buying and selling of illegal goods and services will be strictly prohibited and monitored within the sphere of the marketplace. All posted goods services will have to be checked, monitored, and approved by the Facebucks team prior to being eligible for posting.
I am going to say at the moment that Logchain sounds like a con. But my reasoning is shite shocking, I'll be completely honest. Facebucks sounds like a pile of, let's just turn around the word B and F on Facebucks. But it's because it sounds so ridiculous that it's probably real. Because Rachel Sweat and Mr. K, who runs the campaign, both sound like you just made that up. Whereas Logchain just sounds like the blockchain, only you've changed the word blog for log. And there's nothing different about it. It's exactly every single thing a normal blockchain does. And I don't really see what's its USP. Saying that, I don't really see what Facebook's USP is, but I do like the fact that it links with Etsy and Fiverr. I also don't think you would use the word Etsy and Fiverr in your made-up storyline. Whereas you would make up things like full stack and, your usual rhetoric.
Full stack?
Yeah, you just threw full stack in there, like it's a full stack.
He went full stack.
He went full stack, yeah, which makes me think that's a load of pile. But, I'll tell you what's totally throwing me. Is you've either taken the time to write all this down, so you're not doing your usual where you look up in the air and I kind of base it on your facial structure. So that's quite smart. So well done on trying to meta me. It's working.
This battle has developed.
It has developed. It's getting
gone
smarter
to another level.
and smarter. It really is. I feel like that scene in A Princess Bride where I know you know that I know that you know that I know that you know. So I am just going to totally turn it around on you and say the answer is Logchain is a log of crap and Facebucks is for real.
Wow. So, strictly speaking, I win.
Oh, shite, because they're both real.
What?
Well, so Logchain is the one that I made up, sort of.
Okay, but
So
I
you
said
won.
I
Yeah.
made it up. You made it up.
Yeah.
That's what he
So
said.
that I'm right.
Okay, yeah, no, I got it right.
Duh.
I was hoping that you would change your mind.
Yeah,
like
no,
you
sorry. I
usually
was-
do.
No, I'm on it. I'm on it, my friend.
So I guess this week I've kind of cheated a bit though, because both of these it could have gone either way, right?
Okay. How?
Because Logchain is like the academic paper and the idea for it is pretty solid, right?
Yeah, makes sense. Total sense.
And so it's actually
But it's not a coin yet.
it's not. So I made up the kind of stuff about it being a project, but they have written this paper about the way it could work, and like logging is actually something which, as time goes on, will become more and more important.
I believe that. I believe in the world of big data. The idea of anything that collects data is going to be.
But yeah, data, but also like logs. As I said, right, when things go wrong in software, right?
Yeah, you need to look up the log to see which instruction led to that answer.
People working for companies, like doing software stuff, will like if something goes wrong, they'll look in the logs to find the answer.
Yeah.
But when something goes wrong and it affects a lot of people, or something goes wrong on the software and that causes something to go very wrong in real life, like for example, if you lose all the personal information about like 1 million of your customers, right?
Yeah.
At the moment, the idea is that there's kind of some laws about like, you know, you'll be punished for it or whatever, but like as part of the kind of trail of proving that you were kind of negligible or responsible for this by not having enough security in place, you would have, you know,
You've got the logs.
the logs would show what you've been doing, right?
Much like Captain's log in Star Trek.
Exactly. So, right, but then the idea goes, at the moment you can store the logs on your own machines and you could like basically say, oh well, we don't have any logs showing that we did something wrong because we've deleted them, basically, right? So the idea is if you put them on a blockchain, then there would be kind of like transparency and you'd be able to prove who did what when and stuff.
Yeah.
So that's, I think it's a pretty good idea.
It's a genius idea, but I think it's purely academic, and that's the feeling that I got from listening to your spiel.
So this is the thing though. So I gave you that as option 1, right? Logchain. The paper is real, but the project was made
fake,
up.
So I was right.
So this is the thing, right? Facebacks though is real.
I know.
Ish.
Oh, why the ish?
Because there's a website, right? And so this is the thing. Facebacks is one of those things. It's one of those, it's just it's very hard to explain unless you spend a lot of time on the internet. But, right? Facebacks it's like they've got a website, right? And they've got a Telegram channel, and there's this kind of Facebook group that I got referred to Facebacks from, right?
Right.
And there is actually an ERC20 token. So someone behind this knows how to make an ERC20 token on Ethereum, right? But it kind of seems like the whole thing is just some kind of absurdist joke. And
Interesting.
the Facebook group, right, which I got referred to it from, is in a similar vein. It's called, the Facebook group is called the Facebook site, right?
Okay.
And
you guys are so meta.
It's bizarre, right? Like, honestly, I don't know how to describe it to you.
Is it like a Russian doll type thing?
Like a matriarch doll that opens and opens and opens.
Honestly, I would have to say
Facebook within Facebook.
Within Facebook.
It's all just like, it's almost completely detached from reality. I'm struggling to describe it because anytime I think of something that happens on there, I can't describe it without the context of everything else.
It's like a Nicolas Cage movie.
It is bizarre. And so like these people, right? So I looked up some of the people in the team, right? So some of these people are actually real people, right? So like Blish Barson is someone called Jeff Barson in real life, right?
I knew Blish was Blish.
Yeah, so then like the project coordinator, right, who I feel like is the main person behind it. If you click on his name on the team section, like usually you'd go to like a LinkedIn page or something, it just goes to his SoundCloud, right? So like I got no idea. The white paper looks like they've got someone to actually do it on Fiverr. Like
wow.
Like
I mean, I must say, when you described, I don't know if I switched off, but when you described what they did, I kind of went, I was writing down notes to say what each one, I went, I don't know what that is.
Weird enough, I got it.
It was just like words.
Yeah, but it was words that made sense. Like I could see how that was a real idea. And that's why I thought it was the real idea, because I thought, actually, although everyone sounds made up, the concept would work. There's nothing about it that sounds terrible. So what did we learn from this? It's really easy to take bullshit to baffle brains.
Wow.
So thank you very much. That's our big takeaway for today. But also that it's important to do your due diligence, to do the click-throughs, to KYC, to know your customer, which is what he did when he talks about looking people up and trying to find their LinkedIn page, but instead finding their SoundCloud.
Then that would be, you would be the customer though. So that would be knowing your vendor, I guess. But,
I suppose. Although I'm a customer of the token because I've been buying it from them.
You should check that there's some real people behind it.
100%.
But also,
unlike Natoshi
people,
Sakamoto.
People can fake LinkedIn pages as well. So
that's also true. So just do a lot of research. Thank you for listening to 2019's episode numero uno.
Yes, thanks.
Jason takes the lead.
Thanks for coming back to us.
Yes, 1-0 for 2019.
1-0 for, well, yes, so.
Yeah, fact.
you're winning.
So, hashtag winning.
But then, so I mean, technically, Facebook's is real as well, ish. But then that's the thing.
No, I said Facebook's was
what we
real.
said.
That's my answer. Facebook's is real.
But then it's not.
trading
But then it's not
platform.
a real. I don't think it's a real project. I think it's just a kind
It's
of
got an
facsimile.
ERC20 token.
Yeah. So but then,
therefore
so
it's
that's the
real.
thing. There's a bit of a grey area this week, but you know,
I'm going to
that was my fault.
I'm going to be Anastasia, and I'm going to
I just
ride
wanted to-
Grey
I just wanted-
all the way home for
just-
number one win.
I just wanted to, talk about Facebooks. I
liked it.
highly recommend checking out their website
And check out the Facebook site and the Facebook group inside the Facebook group.
And check out ours.
And definitely check out ours, not another Facebook site.
Yes,
What's
please
ours called?
follow us on all the
Socials.
all the
Crypto
social
podcast.
ones.
Not another crypto podcast on Facebook. Make sure to leave your comment about what you think of Coin or Con. If you love the new look of Angus, I do. May he please keep it. And do stay tuned for our next episode. We've got some great episodes coming up.
Okay, thank you very much. Bye bye.